What's up, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome back to another video on the channel. Today we're going to be doing the Howling wins LUFENIA Plus. I did a couple of runs before recording like I normally do. We gotta restart because Noctis isn't in front. We're trying to get the 0 turn right, you know what I'm saying? Yay! Yeah, I had to experiment a little bit with how to go about this fight because they do warp their turns ahead of time in certain aspects of the fight, and I can't just do a 0 turn boss run like I normally do. But it's really not that big of a deal. I've definitely dealt with worse bosses, and if anything, I appreciate the challenge. It's a good it's a good thing to have a challenge once in a while, and yeah, I wouldn't even like say this is that much of a challenge. I mean, like, how many times have I tried it? Around 5 times before recording this. It's not bad. It's not bad. When I suppose when I start getting into the double digits of tries that I do, that's when I start considering it to be a challenge. But yeah, you know what is a challenge though? Trying to find a good staff gloss weapon for Garnet, dude. Because I've been trying to cycle through all the glosses and nothing's really hitting like that, bro. I suppose the closest thing that I liked was the 2 gloss weapons that came out for staff not too long ago. One was like a Sakura tree branch, and the other one is a dandelion, like what Garnet has here. The only problem that with Garnet here is that the way she holds it, the sunflower is facing left, it's not facing forward, so like my symmetry OCD is getting a little triggered right now every time I see it. But when I tried giving her the Sakura tree branch, it really didn't fit her either. So that's the biggest challenge, honestly. Everyone trying to talk about Dimensions Transcendence Tier 6 being AIDS, or being a challenge, or Divine Shiva being a challenge. Try finding a good gloss weapon for Garnet, bro. That's probably the hardest thing in this game. Matter of fact, I'd probably consider that impossible. But yeah. I digress. We're almost about done with this run. I think after this, since does their turn warping trigger before or after you pass 80%, or I'm assuming because 80% is like the magic number for bosses. Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's gonna happen. But thankfully, wait a minute. But thankfully. Is it going to warp? Yep, it's going to warp forward. But thankfully, I do have Rydia's LD call up, so we can evade a couple of attacks. I think the only attack that we're not going to be able to evade here is the A boss's attack, which lowers everyone's Brave to 1, which I have Garnet. It's really not that big of a deal. I don't really care that much, so yeah, I'm not too stressed. As long as I don't die. That's why Zack is here, so I can get that BT effect up and I don't have to worry about damage ever again for the rest of the fight. So, yeah. I had to experiment a little bit, ladies and gentlemen. I had to experiment a little bit. I was trying to do the whole Laguna Copium thing. I tried to put Laguna in here, but I didn't have enough defense. So, Zack it is! Alright, so we're going to set up that BT call. Oh no, we're going to set up Ferris first, because we need to set up that... We need to set up Ferris's call so we can take care of that orb whenever they take a turn. Yeah. I still don't like how that term is. I still don't like how the orb condition was worded. It's like it takes like BT damage from effect. Like effect is such a vague term in the City Opera Omnia, at least for me. Like I was thinking like effect by turn, so are you talking about like Ace? Are you talking about Maria? Or no, they're talking about like beat Brave Drain essentially, which like it isn't hard at all, but I wish it was just worded better. You know what I mean? Like sometimes the wording in Opera Omnia, especially with the orb turn counts, is bad. Yeah. Especially me, since I don't really look up tutorials on how to beat these bosses anymore, since I've gotten more adequate at the game, and I have a little bit of pride. So I have a little bit of pride in me that I want to be able to prove to myself that I'm able to beat these bosses without external help. Of course, that's an extremely arrogant way to go about things, but you know, it is what it is. It is what it is. But if need arises, like a fight like Divine Shiva comes out, or you know, DET6 comes out again, I'll definitely look up how to beat him. It's definitely what I did when I initially started out with this game. I did nothing but look up instructions on how to beat bosses first. Which is something I recommend all newbies to do, by the way. Definitely ask help. You can start being a little arrogant once you're more acclimated to the game. Other than that, make sure you ask help, alright? That's the best advice I can give you. But yeah. We're almost done with this fight. Yeah, it's like I said, guys. It's really not that big of a challenge. Just you got to be able to. You just have to think a little bit. It's not necessarily rocket science, so you should be fine for the most part for this fight, at least. Thank goodness I greened Zack. Holy crap! I was considering not greening him because apparently he's not that good in FR era. God forbid I didn't green him because could not imagine handling this fight without Zack. Well, I guess I could use Rydia instead. I could just refresh the blink calls, but you know, yeah, wouldn't have been as fun because Zack is extremely fun to use. I literally don't have to worry about it. Great thing about Farah's call is that both her regular call and her LD call inflict the debuffs. In fact, I'm pretty sure you don't even need her to actually use the attack. It's just her being there activates the debuff call, which is awesome. I think it's absolutely great. We're gonna use that LD attack from Garnet to heal up the damage. Everything is going pretty smoothly, knock on wood. Just gotta make sure to attack the A enemy so the turns can keep getting refreshed. Do we even need to use a summon at this point? I feel like we're cruising along already. We're not using EX, yeah, we're gonna use an EX. Oh, I love Zack's EX now. His EX is so good. Jesus. Oh, by the way, I did take off the 4-5 ultimate weapon from Noctis because I put it on Tidus instead, and I might put it on Vaughn once I green him. The live stream is actually happening later this afternoon, and I'm excited to see what happens there. I'm not expecting anything too crazy, but you know, I just hope that they don't push back the Vaughn and Kiaran banner until like a week or 2 weeks after the live stream, because that's what they did for the past 2 ones, and I'm just like, I'm trying to get them now, okay? Like, I don't want to wait another week, okay? I mean, unless you're doing like another global first, and that's the only excuse I will take for pushing them back, because I'm trying to, bro, I'm trying to get a new green, bro. I'm trying to have fun, especially because I want to use Vaughn more. Vaughn's a really fun character. I don't know what I'm doing, guys. I'm just kind of just rambling while beating the enemy ass. I mean, I don't really know exactly how to do these types of commentary things, but you know, I'm trying. I'm trying. Do I need to like make a script beforehand? Do I need to have a few talking points in preparation to recording this, or do I just gotta talk out of my butt for like 10 minutes while I beat this boss ass? I imagine it'll be better content once like the boss fights start getting harder and harder and harder, and y'all hear me start screaming like I do with my pulls recently, because Saz and Laguna, bro, ooh, that was terrible. I hope. Yeah, especially since I'm planning on tokening Leo when that banner comes out too. So, I hope to God my RNG does not stay this bad. Knock on wood. But we're almost done. I think we're gonna do a little chain slash, and I think for the most part we should be able to. Now, I was gonna say, is that gonna kill the boss? Absolutely not. No, we're at 7%. Oh my God, 1.4 mil. Oh no, we did. I I didn't have enough faith in Zach, bro. I apologize. I apologize, man. Yo, imagine not greening Zach. Could not imagine. I feel bad for you if you don't green Zach, because that is just a tragedy. I don't know what's worse, Zach's death or people not greening him. It's a toss-up for me, ladies and gentlemen. Let me know what you think in the comments below. Thank you guys so much for watching. I'll see y'all later.